Now it is.
Can never trust the Nadya. Oh, baby, you're live. I start talking. I do the most epic introduction ever. And she goes, "Oh, baby, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Settle down.
Just kidding. Hashtag obey.
Hashtag obey. Hashtag you be quiet, you." All right. So what's up, y'all? John Melton coming to you live with another episode of Money Monday. And I have Moms in Heels, founder extraordinaire, Marina Simone in the house.
What up,
And
what up,
we're
what up, what up?
excited. Multiple reasons. One, because I'm giving away some cash money. We're going to give away some things. We're going to have some fun. And of course, every Money Monday, we want to over deliver with value. So I'd highly recommend you share this with any and all network marketers, because we're going to talk about how you can earn more money faster in your home business, your MLM business, your direct selling business, whatever you want to call it. So let us know as you hop on in the comments where you're coming in from. And if you don't know me, my name's John Melton, been in network marketing for almost 2 decades. I can't believe it. And these days we help network marketers go from average to savage, baby, and learn how to use social media the right way. And if you don't know Marina Simone, so actually it's this way. So Marina's actually not only a top network marketing leader, a top earner, and has been for years, but she also trains and coaches some of the best network marketers on the planet. And it's interesting because, she put together an epic event. And there's been a lot of virtual events over the last year because of all the things that are going on in the world with the whole COVID shutdown and everybody doing everything virtual. And I think she literally has the best lineup of speakers for this event here in a couple weeks. And I know she always delivers the goods. So this is going to be an epic training. We're going to talk about her very special virtual event coming up in just a couple weeks. And like I said, I'm going to give away some cash money, give away some 90-day trackers for those of you that really want to close this year with a bang on a 90-day run. And Marina's flaunting the money already. So that's...
I was like, you know what? I have to come.
I got to get a shirt like that.
Dude, it's like a whole, look, Benjamin on the thing. Yes. I was like, it's all about the Benjamins today. Money Monday. Let's do this.
And I know you're all about helping moms. You're all about helping mompreneurs. I know you're a mom, right? You're very busy with all the things. And, I always find it interesting because I've told you this obviously privately, but I also always mention this publicly when I interview you or have you on the show. I just think it's amazing how you not only run a very profitable, very successful network marketing team, but then simultaneously you have your personal brand where you do a lot of teaching, training, coaching, and really helping elevate the network marketing profession. And for the individuals that don't know the amazing Marina Simone, maybe Marina, you could start off with just like a little introduction, and then we'll get into some good training for everybody to help them make more money in their network marketing business.
Well, first off, I'm so grateful for you and Nadya. I remember coming across both of you, gosh, when was it? In 2014 or 2015 on social media.
It's been that long.
And it's been that long. And you and Nadya spent over an hour and a half on the phone with me, helping me redo my personal social media. And y'all, they didn't charge me for nothing. And I was just like, who are these humans? You reached out to me. You sent me the first voice message I've ever gotten on Facebook. It was you. Every time I went live, I'm like, oh, there's that guy, John, again. He's on my, and now look, you know what I mean? That's the power of social media and relationships. Right. So I'm just so grateful for you just giving me the love back then, you and Nadya, when I was nobody, nobody knew who the heck I was. So I'm grateful for you for that. And obviously,
but I do want to say, I saw you had a lot of potential. I mean, you were hungry, you were talented, and obviously what you've created over the last 5-6 years is nothing short of amazing. So congrats to you.
Thank you. Thank you. And, shout out to the healers. If you're on here, we love you. We're so grateful for all of your support too. But for those of you who are who the hell is this chick in a money thing with a healer's hat on and her hair, she didn't even brush it. So my name is Marina Simone, and I do have an 18-month-old and I have a 10-year-old, and they're both girls, and God has a sense of humor because there's a decade in between the two of them. I remember when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, what do I do? So I'm a first-time mom all over again, and I was a good mom until number 2. Number 2 gets whatever she wants. She screams all the time. Literally, I have to tell the nanny when we're doing anything like this, I'm like, please, carriage outside in hurricane, push her so she's not screaming, right? Just kidding. No, I'm not. So there's just a heads up there. Building a business as a mom is exhausting sometimes. It really is. And so you should be outsourcing. And the amazing Nadya Melton will be teaching on that at my event, because I didn't even know what the word outsourcing meant. So, you know, I sucked really a long time in network marketing for 2 years. I made no money. My mom was like, get a real job and you keep your real job, because I had a real job. It was so boring. But she was like, you know, you go to school, all this stuff. And then, you know, poor Jason, you know, I was in cars driving 3 hours to a meeting, you know, so excited. And then I didn't even have any guests, but I was still driving 3 hours to a meeting. Now I look back and like, did that didn't even make any sense? Like, I had no guests, but I was still driving 3 hours to a meeting. And so for 2 years, I just made no money. And it wasn't until I started building on social media that I started to find success. Within like 90 days, I hit 6 figures. But if it was after 2 years of not making any money and actually spending more than I was making. And so I always tell, you know, any client or anyone that ever comes to me and they said, oh, it's been like 6 months and I haven't made any money. I'm like, boo-boo, I don't feel bad for you at all. Like, it was 2 years and I probably spent so much more than I made. And I look back and I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything, because that journey was so important. And so now we take moms from the cubicle to the throne. That's my thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I was in a cubicle. I missed my 10-year-old take her first steps. Here we go. My daughter was 10 months, my now 18-month-old, and I was on the floor with her when she took her first steps. So it's like, so possible. If you're here, if you're just joining network marketing, you've been here for a minute, you feel like this isn't your time, you feel like you want to quit, don't send us a message. We'll kick you right in the butt. I don't care what company you're with. And you feel like, stop quitting. Quitting is not the answer, because I almost quit a lot of times and I'm so glad I didn't.
That's right. Quit quitting. Hashtag
Quit.
That's it. That's it. And I get to work with you on a daily basis. You know, I see what you do for your team, and not just your team, for my entire organization, the things that you're willing to do, you know, whether it's a live broadcast or head up a big $5,000 giveaway.
Wasn't that so much fun though? What a blessing was that?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're always willing to bend over backwards to help anyone and everyone, whether they're in your organization, in your company, or another company. And of course, you know, you've been able to help a lot of networkers, but in turn, you've been able to build a 7-figure business. And I think it's just so amazing that, you know, like you said, you're a mom, you know, you got, you know, priorities, you've got obligations, you've got a lot going on. You got a hurricane right now outside.
no.
So there's
I
always
love
stuff
it.
going. So it's not like when you make a lot of money, things are just easier, but you do
No.
figure out systems.
Yes.
You figure out how to be more efficient, more effective. And I would love for you to touch on, what do you see for people that want to make money faster?
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just not where they want to be. They're getting started or they're relaunching their business. What is it that you see that's most advantageous for a network marketer that's wanting to make money faster in their business, whether they're just getting started or they've been building their business for a couple months, couple years, and they're ready for that next level?
Well, okay, so the way my brain works, I always have to like break things down and reverse engineer them. So you're always like, oh my God, you're so good with systems and you're so good with plans. And I'm like, that's the only way my brain can function, because I'm like ADD up in here. And so in order for me to set certain goals or to even run for something, like I have to be clear.
Right.
And so one of the main things that, you know, we do with anyone that comes into our business, we get clear with them on how much money do you want to make?
Right.
And so I think a lot of times, you know, a new network marketer will come in, or even somebody that's been in the business, maybe they had great success, but now it's kind of going backwards. You lose sight of that focus and that clarity. So even for me, like, I don't care how big my organization gets, I never stop my personal goals. And so like this month, I know if I want to make X amount, I have to do X, Y, and Z in order to get that. And let me just ask this question for those of you that are on here right now in the comments. Do you know exactly how much money you want to make this month in your network marketing business? And then what you have to do is there's like 2 tiers to it. There's like, how much from your personal sales do you really want to make? How much from your personal recruits? And then how much from your residual? Because there's all of those separate pieces. And so I think so many times I used to focus, for me, and even new people that came in, I would focus on, all right, we're all going to make a lot of money. Let's get to this rank. What does that rank mean? And we've got to reverse engineer it. And so I've gotten really, really good for myself at, all right, I know I'm running for like our company top rank now, right? Okay, I need to know, what do I personally need to do? What do I need to have my team accomplish? And then what does that look like financially? So I like to make everything really tangible. So I'm not running for something that's not real for me, if that makes sense.
Totally. And it's cool too, because then when you can reverse engineer your goal, your rank, your income, then you can identify people on the team, what goals they're striving for. And it's kind of neat because then you can kind of all hold each other accountable
Yes.
and say, okay, so your goal is to do 50,000 in volume this month. Your goal is to do 10,000 this month. Your goal is to reach this rank, or your goal is to make this amount of money. So let's reverse engineer it. Like, I absolutely love that. And by the way, y'all should be smashing the heart button because I know you're loving this. You should definitely, if you really love it, smash the share button. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give away a couple 90-day trackers. This
I
will
love that
help
thing.
those of you get more organized, become more efficient on your social media marketing, on what to do every day. How many of us, be honest, how many of us sometimes don't know what to post? We don't know what to do every day, or don't know what to say, apparently. So let me know in the comments. And if you shared the broadcast, drop the word shared in the comments, and I'm going to randomly pick 2 winners to win a 90-day tracker. And then I'm going to give away some cash at the end. And we got a big announcement for a very special virtual event in a couple weeks. And it's literally like the best lineup I've seen for an event. So I'm so excited for you to get the deets. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Anthony, Dogby? Yeah. Not sure. I'm probably not pronouncing that right.
I always do that. Don't stress it. They're just, yeah.
So Anthony, you just won a 90-day tracker. You're going to be blown away. And if for some reason you already have a 90-day tracker, let us know, and we can ship this to one of your teammates. You'll email our support team, support@mylifestyleacademy.com. Let me pick one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Susan Murphy Johnson, you are the second winner, so you're going to win the 90-day tracker. But those of you that stay on to the very end, you can win some cash money. So send an email, Susan, to support@mylifestyleacademy.com and include your address so we can email you, so we can mail you a 90-day tracker. All right, so Marina, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If somebody is, at a rank, they've been there for a little bit, what would you say they could do to make more money this month? Just a couple quick tips. I know we could go into deep detail on this one because of it being Black Friday month, and I know a lot of companies do specials, but what would just be one rule of thumb for somebody that maybe isn't new? They've been with their company for a little bit, but maybe they've kind of been, plateaued for a couple months. How could they get back into growth mode, would you say?
I've been there. And so I legit know this feeling, like, unfortunately, and I can't stand that feeling. Whenever I get plateaued, it's usually because I start, and I literally was just on a phone with a client today, and same thing happened to her where I was at 2-3 years ago. We start overthinking. We start questioning. And the biggest piece is we forget why we started. And that was huge for me because I got so focused on my rank. I needed to go get excited again. And so how I got excited was really simple. I went and started looking at the wins that were coming in from people who are having success with the product, people that were making that first couple $100. I mean, that's what this really is about. I love that as leaders, we can make 6 figures and 7 figures and all that. But when we go and look at, I was able to pay my cell phone bill. I was able to, the $5,000 that we just gave away. Oh my gosh. The woman wasn't even able to have Christmas for her kids in years, and now she can. Like, that's the kind of stuff that pushes us forward. But sometimes when we make it when we make it about us too much, we're going to plateau because it's the law of the lid. We need to grow. In order for you to get to that next level, we have to go through things. I picked one of my affirmation cards today, and it said, you're not going to get to the top without more ish. I'm not going to say what it really said, but that was the gist of it. My cards are a little sassy. I'll just keep it 100. That's the only way that I'll listen. And so I was like, you're right. My funnel today broke down in the morning right before we launched. And I was like, oh no, this is not happening. And it was a reminder when I picked that card, right? And so I want to say that to all of you, if you are stuck right now, you're focusing on the wrong things, you have to get excited And exactly, be a servant all over again. Susan, I just want to, there's a Susan that was in the comments and she said, I just want customers to commit. We can't just want anything. I just want this. That word alone is holding you back. I don't want customers to commit. I want customers to have results. I want customers to be happy with my service. You know what I mean? Like if we're looking at, I just want to make $500 or I just want this, you're lying to yourself and that's what's holding you back. It's okay to say, I want the big bucks. It's okay to say, I want the big money. It's okay to say that I want the big team. I want to be on stage. I want the recognition. Partner that with the servant leadership. Holy crap. It's beautiful what can happen in your business.
Right. Because it doesn't matter how much training you do, how many books you read. If you don't believe that you're worthy of success and you can't get over that stinking thinking, it's always going to hold you back. And what would you say to someone that is afraid of getting their hopes up? Right. They don't want to get their hopes up and, you know, they don't want to get too excited and then be let down. Right. I think that's really what it is. Right. People don't buy a product. They don't join a business because they don't want to get excited and be let down.
Yeah. So we are actually known as the age of anxiety. Do you know that? Like we're not the Stone Age or the Ice Age. We are the age of anxiety. And I think that's like the craziest thing ever, but it's so real because we worry about fear, rejection, and mostly loss. So those three things are what drives, and without like, I'm not even getting into all the, you know, woohoo stuff, none of that. It's real, the age of anxiety. So if we're worried about loss, immediately in your head, when you get rejected, you're thinking about losing friends. You're thinking about losing credibility. None of you have credibility to a point where someone cares more about what you've got going on to their own life. Everybody's stuck in their own stuff. So we're so worried about things that aren't even going to happen. We've got to let go of the fear and the worry and just, we have to go through it to grow through it. And it sucks. I still hate getting rejected. Can I be clear? I hate rejection. It bothers me. It takes me back to my own crap and trauma and whatever. But I know how to catch myself now and say, get over it. Get over that crap. We're going to make some money. You know what I mean? Like, let's go make some money and make some other people some money.
It's so true. And people think when you get to a high level that you don't deal with that anymore. And actually, in some ways, you can deal with it more because now that you're making a lot of money, you got more responsibility. And you know what it is, too. I know this is what it is for me. I don't know if this is what it is for you, but I would guess you can relate to this, is that you don't want it to go away. You're like, I don't want to ever go back.
The shoe to drop, the heel to drop. Oh, no.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like, you know, actually, you know what's interesting? This just popped in my mind. I remember when it was at GoPro, Jessica Higdon asked Tony Robbins a question. So if you donated like $50,000, you get to ask Tony Robbins a question. So she donated $50,000. Yeah, I only did 10,000, so I didn't get to ask a question. But I remember the question was, how do you overcome the worry? And this was years ago, but still, they were killing it back then too, right, Ray and Jessica? And they were worried about, or she was specifically worried about, like, what if it all falls apart? Like, what if you know? Yeah. So she was afraid of that, and he was like, "You need to give more." Immediately, he's like, "You need to give more."
Yes.
Right? Because you're making it about you.
Yes.
And that's not typically who she is anyway. But she was just being honest.
Her. I'm so glad you brought this up. So Ray and I were literally just talking the other day, and the way that I was thinking about money, like literally that was stopping me from, like, I would spend a ridiculous amount over here, but then when it came to something little over here, I'd pick on Jason about it. Like, really? Come on, Marina. Like, you know, but I remember Jessica talking about that and saying, at first she was like, I've got to give more. And she told us the same thing. And it's true. And it's because it changes our relationship, and the way our brain thinks will change the way we react. And that's what we have to get, not necessarily just the way we think, but the way we think is how we react. It's what we act on.
Right.
So mostly what's going on with all these leaders that get stuck, or why you and I might even get stuck again, is because we're in our head and we have to reprogram it. We have to reprogram it. That's why it's so important that we do the work.
Yeah. And go to events.
Events
have been
are so important. Oh my gosh.
I wish we could actually literally go to an event.
Listen, I already have the event space ready for next year. I'll tell you what. I mean, it's paid for and ready.
It's crazy because we had to do as a company, obviously, a virtual event this year.
Yeah.
And I will say I was surprised by how impactful it was.
Me too.
And I already knew virtual events could be impactful, but it is interesting. As much as I miss live events, virtual events are still pretty dang incredible. And the fact that people don't have to spend all the money, although I think a big part of it is being able to submerge yourself for a few days and be with everybody. But the fact that more people can attend literally from all over the world, I think it's so important. And it's even if it's a virtual event, you still have to just do your best to shut off the noise and really pay attention, take notes, get freaking focused. Because one event, I know for me, I can literally think of some of the events I attended in the past that were monumental in my growth. And they can be pivotal moments in your career where you go to this one event and it's life changing. I mean, literally one conversation like this can be life changing, right? And I think when you go to an event and you get to hear from so many different speakers on different strategies, mindset hacks, everything from so different social media platforms, learning the most advanced money-making skills and team building skills, that's hugely important. And I would love for you to share with everyone. And I know some of you are waiting until we do some cash giveaways here at the end, but I wanted you, Marina, to talk a little bit about this big event you have coming up. I know you've been planning this for a while. And like I said, it's one of the best lineups I've seen. So
there's still some people are getting added too.
Woo! I love it.
I'm like, I found more time. Hold on.
To get better.
Hold on. Yeah. Well, first off, I just want to say thank you to you and Nadya for even agreeing to speak. These speakers, just so you guys know, none of them are getting paid to speak. They all raised their hand to speak at this event for free to give back to the community. And we're giving so much. And I'm just so grateful. Like, you raised your hand, Nadya, Ray Higdon, Bob Heilig. I mean, Kimberly Olson, Julie Burke, Julie Reynolds. I mean, the list just goes on. It's insane. And one thing that I was really specific about with this event is I didn't want it because I'm not a rah-rah person. That's just not who I am. And sometimes I need to be a little bit more of a rah-rah person, I'm learning. But I know that when I go to events, I go with a purpose. And so I want everyone that shows up at this event to come there with, this is what I want to get out of it. And then I want them to walk away with actual, tangible stuff that they can implement like immediately. Like they're going to get the scripts. They're going to get the plans. They're going to get the strategies because 2021 is around the corner. Everything changes.
Yep.
Everything's going to change. Social media changes consistently. Our strategies as marketers change when we know something else works. So this event is going to be very much for you, the viewer, very workshop style. This isn't going to be sit, listen, and have a nice day. It's going to be very workshop style, and you'll have the recordings for 7 days. So this way, if you do miss something, you'll be able to come back and watch it.
No, that's awesome. And then, Nadya, what is our link? Is it mylifestyleacademy.com /
One second.
Is it SOS? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
SOS sounds right.
What does that stand for again?
Slay Online Sales.
Okay, so I think that is it. Right
so
there.
It's the Slay Online Sales Summit.
I think that's it. mylifestyleacademy.com / SOS, which I love, by the way.
Thank
Slay
you.
Online Sales.
I
really,
mean,
that's the foundation of what we do, right? If you
it
can't
is.
sell,
It's
you're
beautiful.
going nowhere in any business.
No.
Babe, can you confirm that?
I am right now.
Okay, sorry. I'm pretty sure it is mylifestyleacademy.com. Maybe someone could go to it, mylifestyleacademy.com /
Sure.
SOS. Okay,
Yeah,
it is. I thought
it
it
is.
was, but I didn't want to get it wrong. And then everybody's like, "That's not the right link."
Drop it in the comments, you guys. Help them out. Drop it in the comments for everybody.
Yeah. Do it. And I'm excited because I know you're going to have so many different trainings on the different social platforms. There's always
we're going to have 4 panels too. 4 different panels. A mom's panel, which I think is so important because there's so much mom guilt, right? And this is for men and women, by the way. This isn't just for women. It's for men and women. But the panels, the branding panel, we're going to have a community panel, how to build community in your teams, and an onboarding as well, like how to onboard your newest distributor, all that good jazz.
No, I love that. And you guys are going to be talking about all the different social platforms. And, it's interesting, right? There's so many platforms these days. Sometimes people can get overwhelmed, but I really do think that if you can just pick one platform that's your primary. And if you're like, I know some people say, well, I've been on Facebook a while, or I've been on Instagram a while. You're one of the best when it comes to Instagram. But you know what? If someone wants to learn how to do TikTok, right? That's another really hot platform. If you want to, do more on YouTube. I mean, there's so many platforms. You just have to figure out which one you like best, where you'll spend your time, because it's like anything else, right? You have to invest the time. You have to be consistent. You got to build the relationships. I'm still my number one platform is still Facebook, right? That's where I spend most of my time. But if I was brand new and I was just getting started, I would look at TikTok. I would look at some of these other platforms that maybe some of you haven't even opened up an account yet, just so you can dabble with something else. You can learn, a different way to communicate on a different platform. In fact, Marina, I'm curious to know, what would you tell someone that's maybe feeling stagnant right now on Facebook? Where would you say they should maybe open up an account or start spending more time on a different platform?
Instagram. For sure.
Love it.
Instagram for sure. Now, I wouldn't say don't do TikTok, but if you're going to create a TikTok, you can use that for the Instagram Reels. And we have Brock Johnson, Shailene Johnson's son, that's going to be training on Instagram Reels at the event, which will be awesome. But with Instagram, there isn't that block of somebody being your friend in order to prospect them. So that's where I literally, all of my clients are being trained on Instagram. We're going to dive really, really deep on Instagram. But that doesn't mean forget about Facebook, okay? It doesn't mean that. But you can repurpose content. You don't have to create different content for every freaking platform. I wouldn't have time for life. Hello.
Right. Well, and it's interesting, right? You just mentioned Reels, right? Yeah. Reels is TikTok for Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, right? Yes, it is.
Snapchat used to be the only place you could do stories, and then Instagram and Facebook came out with stories. So that's the thing. If you pick one platform, but you're like, oh, I really wish, it had whatever stories, eventually it will. I wish it had TikTok, or I wish I had a version of TikTok. Now Instagram does, and I wouldn't be surprised if Facebook comes out with their own version, although they don't need to because they own Instagram. And that's beautiful. Right. And, Shailene actually said, I thought this was interesting. She said, if I was just starting out, I wonder if you agree with this. She said to start, what do they call those pages, Nadya?
Feature pages.
Is it called a feature page? Where feature page, where you basically start an account that's like a fitness account and it's curated
all day,
content,
all
right?
day, all day.
I thought that was
genius. We actually do that for our team.
Super smart. So here's the other thing too. I wanted to mention some of your awesome bonuses. So if they take action fast, they'll actually get a bonus for early bird for your Instagram tracking guide for free, which is a $97 value.
And they get the training that goes with it. That right there is like how to get leads on Instagram, where to spend your time. Yep.
How many of us would love to get more leads on Instagram? Meaning you want people raising their hand and saying, what is that product? What is the company? What do you do? So you have 1 day and 23 hours before that expires. So those of you watching the replay, get it. Those of you watching live, obviously get it. And let me see this.
There's going to be another every 48 hours or 24 hours. I think it's 48. New fast acting bonus might get added. We're working on it.
Identify your brand and impact, generate leads on all social platforms, content creation strategy. I mean, come on, y'all. This event is going to be legit. And
I'll be teaching on
what are the exact days?
December 1st, December 2nd, and December 3rd. You don't even have to wear pants because we're not going to be able to see there. You know what I mean?
And that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, correct?
Yeah. And the place I just rent, oh my God, the place I rented for this, I'm so excited. It's going to be, Jason's like, what are you doing? I'm like, just watch me work. Okay. Because it's going to be fun. The guy that I rented the event from, he's like, are you going to have a DJ? I was like, it's just me and 2 other people. He's like, an event for like 1,500 people. I said, yeah, but live. I had to explain that, by the way.
What?
I had to get a little more in detail. I'm like, it's for network marketers. Do you know what that is? And then we had a whole conversation. No.
And when people say they do know what it is, they
don't.
No. They're like, is that like social media? Like,
no.
But we use it.
But
And then you also have the VIP closeout experience. I love this. Attend the first ever Slay Online Sales Closeout live virtual event. And there's early bird pricing on that as well. The price will go up. You give them 3 days of live training with 10 guest expert trainers. and they get to watch you prospect for 1 hour on Zoom. Y'all,
For 3 days.
That in itself, for 1 hour. Oh, for 1 hour a day.
Yeah. So they'll have 3 hours. So they're going to get an hour of me prospecting with them for 3 days straight in a row. Those are different dates. I think it's the following week after the event. They'll get an email that tells them. Yeah. Oh God, I'm so excited for that because they're going to be put to work after this event. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, your lineup of speed. You got Brian Fryer. You got, for those of you that don't know, Denny Robinson. Like, she's I think the #1 earner for her network marketing company.
Yeah.
#1 or 2.
We're going to talk with her about how to, because she's been with her network marketing company forever, how to create a longevity mindset for network marketing. Because, you know, we've got to come in with not just make money today.
Right.
We need to be in this for the long haul, you know?
And that's sometimes the tough part, right?
It is.
My first 7 years, I was part-time. For those 7 years, I didn't know if I was ever going to make a full-time income. I mean, of course, you want to be positive and be hopeful and, you know, faith it till you make it. But with that being said, you're also like, I don't know, man, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe
you need the right people to kick you in the rear.
Right. And then once I started making 6 figures and then eventually 7 figures, I realized why it took so long. I wasn't ready. No. I wasn't ready.
Same.
Yeah. So guys, check out the lineup. I gave you the link, mylifestyleacademy.com/SOS. Veronica Alice. I mean, you've got so many. Julie
and this
Reynolds,
is Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're going to even talk Pinterest at one point. Ooh. Instagram Reels. Yeah, we're going to talk so YouTube is going to be a big one. Facebook parties, Facebook events, Facebook groups. You guys will be training on the ATM method and what's shifted, because we've shifted our ATM groups, right? Yep. So that's going to be huge. I mean, the list just,
I mean, and the price is so good. Like the VIP ticket is a no-brainer, y'all. Yeah. $134 early bird pricing. I mean, there's other events out there where the VIP is like $500. And I don't want to knock other events, other programs out there, but I will tell you, that's a very good price point. Y'all should be telling your teams about this, because I think we can all agree the only thing that I don't love about November, because November is always our biggest month. I know a lot of you are in other companies. Your biggest month is November as well. The only thing I don't like about November being so big is that December typically takes a hit because of it. It's just the way it is. You can't expect to have record-breaking months every month. There's going to be ebbs and flows. Sometimes you ebb, sometimes you flow. And I think December is typically a slower month, but that's why you want to have an event right at the beginning of the month. Hello, as you would say. December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd to start the new month and the last month of the year with a bang. And if you want to win the race, 2021, whether you realize it or not, there is a race happening. And if you want to win the race, if you want to have an advantage, start running before the gun goes off. Don't wait until January 1st to start working, to start building. You start running in December. You start running right now. And that's why this event is going to be so freaking money. How many of you are registered? I want to know how many of you got your tickets. Let us know. I
saw Vicky said she's in. Excited for you, Vicky.
Yes. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Marina, any closing thoughts before we give away some cash money?
You know, I would just get really clear. For every goal that you have, reverse engineer that sucker. I mean, that will never fail you. If you're like, I need to make 20 sales, you better know how many people you need to talk to get those 20 sales, right? And how much money is that going to mean to you? And I'm a post-it queen, all right? For those of you that were on my Black Friday campaign thing that we had going on, like posted these goals everywhere. And when you're done and you've accomplished it, you can literally just go like this and throw it out. It's like a tangible, it does something for your brain. Think it and ink it.
You know, it's interesting too, because I wrote down some goals last year, and I do it every year.
I would love to see your goals for next year to really level my little tush up. I want to see your goals.
Yeah, 100,000 a week. 100,000 a week is the goal.
That's okay. Good to know.
But you know, it's funny. I put like 5 million a month, and I remember in volume. I remember when I put that, I was like, I don't know, man, that's going to be a lot of volume. And even starting this year, I was like, you know, we'll see what happens. And now it's like, I can't remember the last time we did less than 5 million in a month.
I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are insane.
But you know, it's also because of the team, right? The team all decided, hey, it's time to step up. Like, yes, the world is in disarray, but like, you know, people are looking for opportunity right now. Like there's never been a time where more humans we're looking for a way to earn income online, and more people are shopping online. And hello, if you sell network marketing products, I'm pretty sure you can sell them on the interwebs, just like all of us.
Amen.
So this is the time to run. This is the time to build. There's never been so much uncertainty. There's never been so much fear. And I don't want to say that I'm glad this happened this year, but I'm glad that I had a business that could capitalize on the fact that people are out of work and the fact that, people don't have another choice right now, right? A lot of people cannot go back to their regular job. They lost their job. They're furloughed. People are in, a strange place right now because they don't know when this thing is going to end. Heck, we don't even really know who the president's going to be. We still don't know for sure. There's so much freaking drama, and I don't want to get into that stuff, but I think we can all agree that right now people would rather, if they had a choice, they would rather make money online. They would rather, if you could make the same amount of money you're earning right now in your job, but you could do it from home. I mean, how many bartenders do you think would like to make money online?
At
How
home
many
with their
waiters?
families, yeah.
Right. How many people work in the hotel industry, the travel industry, right? There's so many people that need an opportunity. We have something for them, but we have to be bold.
Yes.
We have to go out there and have conversations, sometimes very uncomfortable conversations. We have to show up with our goodness on social media, and that can be scary, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, listen, get your ticket for this event. This will be one of the best decisions you make to close out 2020. And again, I'm not excited about the adversity the world is going through, but with that adversity, there's also opportunity, and you have some lives to impact. So invest in yourself. Otherwise, no one's going to invest in you.
Amen.
Right? So I'm excited. Let's give away some cash money. Nadya, since I'm just realizing I can only see comments. I have my other phone up here. I can only see them on the business page. Are you able to do it for all pages?
Yes.
Would you be able to do the countdown?
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna give away some cash. So if you shared the broadcast and or tag people, let us know in the comments, or you can still be sharing. In fact, I recommend you share if you haven't already, and drop the word share in the comments if you did share the broadcast, and we'll do a 5-second countdown, Nadya Melton.
Oh, baby, tell me when to pick.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What am I looking for?
For people that said shared, should we give it more time?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, you gotta drop the word shared.
Okay, drop the word shared, and don't forget to share their link with your teams as well.
Yes.
Because that'll be huge. Make sure you do that. I know you guys can probably just email your humans and let them know.
Yes.
Project broadcast it out.
Go ahead, baby.
You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I did it.
Who'd you pick? Ooh, Chessie Marie, you are the winner. You're going to get some cash money. I'd recommend you use that to register for Marina's event. I mean, hello. Support at mylifestyleacademy.com. Send us an email with your PayPal. We'll shoot you over some cash money. Let's do one more.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Suzanne L.
Littleine.
Littleine, hopefully. That's right.
Littleine.
Congratulations, Suzanne. Send us an email with your PayPal, and we'll shoot you some cash money. And again, to get registered for this epic event, mylifestyle.academy.com/SOS. Get registered, get your ticket, get the VIP ticket before the prices go up, before you lose the bonuses. Marina, I appreciate you. You are the bomb.
I love you guys so much.
Bombs
Thank you
and
so much.
Heels. Marina Simone, we appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Hasta luego.